going to be speaking to you tonight. Hi, my name is Lauren Duke, and tonight I'm going to be speaking to you on why I love being a Beachbody coach and hopefully answering a bunch of questions that you have. You've been participating in what's called a sneak peek, a behind the scenes look at what coaching is, and I'm sure you've received some amazing information, maybe had a chance to ask some questions of the person who invited you, heard financial inspiration stories, heard stories of physical transformations, and it's really awesome to be able to experience what being a coach is like from kind of behind the scenes. And I know I love running these sneak peeks because I get to share my heart and really just kind of open up and let it all flow and get a little bit intimate with you guys. So a little bit about me. I became a coach 3 years ago, and I became a coach at a time in my life when I really was looking for something to fill that void. I knew I was supposed to do something more. Like, I had no doubt that this is what I was supposed to be doing because I loved fitness and I loved helping people, but there was a disconnect. I could only help the people who maybe came to one of my classes, and I taught one class at the YMCA, so don't think that I was like teaching a bunch of classes. But I could only impact them at that small time that they were at the gym. But outside of that, I kind of lost them. So that's how I became a coach, and someone invited me and someone shared with me, and I was just blown away at what I saw in this company, the attention that this company gives to the people who share and who really experience the products and programs. I am so blessed to be able to be a part of this team, and I love that I have my own team of awesome coaches who are continuing that journey, continuing that goal, that vision to help others. So what does this look like? Like, why would you want to be a coach, right? Let's talk a little bit about how the company started. If you've heard of a program like P90X, back in the day, prior to 2007, Beachbody had just message boards, and people doing the program could go to these message boards and they can ask questions. And so the people actually doing the programs were the ones asking the questions, and answering the questions. And so Beachbody went, okay, so that's pretty cool that these people are the ones doing the program. They have like firsthand knowledge, they're sharing their results, and they're passing it on to other people, like they're inspiring others. Why don't we open this up to what's called a coaching network? So the people who actually use the programs and products, purchase them, are the ones sharing them. So then you can connect with a real person. You can connect with someone who's done the program. So that's how this coaching network began. Back in 2007, 40 people took the plunge and said, yes, I want to do that. And it has snowballed from there. 400,000 coaches now in Beachbody since 2007. I want to say that the company continues to grow and hit crazy records. If you haven't seen the infomercials, then you just haven't been up watching the television, which that's okay. Just know that while you're sleeping or while you're busy with your day, Beachbody is marketing for you. That's pretty cool. People know these brands. I was at the beach a couple months ago, and just sitting there with my family, and there are a bunch of ladies on a girls' weekend talking about the 21-day fix. They just knew about it. They'd seen it on TV. A friend had shared it with them, and some of them were like, I totally want to do that. They have had such great results, and it's really helped them with their nutrition. Can you see how when you really love something and you're doing it yourself, it's just easy to share. It's easy to have that conversation. We call it a share. It's easy to share something you love. And that's what I love about coaching is I don't feel like I'm selling to people. I feel like people are coming to me because they see something that I've experienced that they want. And they want to experience that for themselves, and I can help them. And that's the coolest part too of being a coach is I have the tools, I have the support, I have the motivation from my fellow coaches, I have the inspiration from other people's stories to help people, to help them start their own fitness journey. So I wanted to share kind of my 5 favorite things, and then, I don't know, share a little bit of my heart, if that's okay. So I told you how the company started. I told you that they take care of all the marketing. I told you that you get to share what you're really going through. But some of my top 5, or my top 5 loves of being a coach. Number 1, and these are in no particular order, so don't think that I've ranked them. You get to travel. You get to experience things you would have never experienced. I've been on a cruise. My first cruise ever was with Beachbody. I've been to Italy. I've been to Arizona. I've been to California multiple times. The company has flown me first class to various locations. It has been ridiculous. And yes, these are things that you earn, but gosh, it's so fun to be able to do something you love and then get to have these experiences and be filled up by going on these trips. So a lot of the trips involve training, and that's something else that Beachbody really prides themselves on, is giving the coaches the opportunity to grow. Once a year we have something called Summit, and it is our big national convention. For the first couple of years that I was a coach, it was in Las Vegas, and that was pretty awesome, filling up the MGM and the huge stage and all that stuff, and think Vegas entertainment and glitz and glamour, just kind of jaw-dropping. But working out live with trainers that you'd seen on TV, and they're like the coolest people ever, and you get to be a part of that. And you're looking around and everyone is just so jazzed up and they're excited, and you're surrounded by people who love fitness and love helping others just as much as you do. But now it's been this past year, it was in Nashville. So amazing to come to a new city, have training in like the best facilities. We filled a football stadium, which is pretty crazy. And we get to hear amazing speakers, just people who just blow you away. Simon Sinek, just, if you haven't heard this man, amazing. Beachbody goes above and beyond to provide speakers. And I just can't even wrap my mind around what's going to be next. Like, it's always exciting, and you always feel like you're filled up, and they're investing in you when you go on these trips and when you get to experience these locations and these venues. So number 1, travel. That's really cool. Doing something for yourself and being rewarded and having something that's yours. Number 2, I'm a stay-at-home mom. So I get to set my business hours around my kids. I work when they're at school, and I'm off when they're off. I get to decide. And I get to work with the people I want to work with. So when I'm talking to other moms and other believers, other Christians, that's pretty awesome, right? I can talk to them. I can share really my heart. And you kind of have this just automatic sense of, yes, I want to work with you. I want to be able to inspire you. I want iron sharpens iron. I want to do all of that. And so it's really cool to be able to be the one kind of stable thing, not to be negative, but the stable thing in our life. We are a military family, so our life is not our own. And if I had a job or I had to go somewhere, I watch those moms who feel frazzled and they want something more for themselves, and I can share that with them. You can have something more. You can have something that you get to control, and you get to affect, and you get to have as your very own. And that's something I just totally love about being a coach, is because I can contribute and help my family and still be right here in my home, so that if I have a sick kid, someone who needs a ride, I have that freedom. I can have calls from home. I could do video conferences. I can do a video like this, and I can interact with people no matter where I am. I can still be on the go and run errands and listen to podcasts for inspiration and personal development. I can be on my phone if I want to or not. I usually have it on silent, and so I'm checking in. But my day is full of encouragement, inspiration, celebration. When people come to me and they share, I have lost 3 inches in a week, I'm like, yes, that is what being a coach is all about. We can talk about the money in a minute, which we will, but the heart of it is people. The heart of it is changing lives. And that is what I really want to get across to you guys in this just couple of minutes that I have with you. Number 3, right? I can count, right? Amazing inspiration and motivation on our team. A lot of teams are represented here tonight, and that's really cool because we all come together to help one another. We honestly can't say that I've ever had a job where I feel like I'm being built up all the time. There was always drama. There was always negativity. There was always something. But with this, I know that these people are in this business because they truly love to inspire other people. And fit people are happy, right? Endorphins. Wasn't that from Legally Blonde? And It's true. We get to share that, like our sweaty selfies and the change we're experiencing in our bodies, the freedom we have, that we're not chained to medication anymore. We are really focusing on the inside out person. And we get to share that daily through just like motivation, inspiration, having a conversation with somebody else, having a small group accountability group, where we share intimately, talk about measurements, and talk about how a number doesn't define you. And we get to really get a little bit deep and make that person feel like they are valued. And that's what I love, is you get to pull away from all of the junk and you get to focus on what's truly important, which is confidence, loving yourself and wanting to do something to change your future, to be that mom that your daughter looks up to. Really? That's what coaching is about. Everyone has a why. And it's going after that why that is truly inspirational, and then watching someone achieve it and experience it and just live in it. That is another thing I love. I'm only at number 3 and I'm already crying. Dang it. Number 4. It's all kind of meshes together. Okay, so a little bit of backstory. I told you we were going to get to the financial part. I told you we're military, right? So we don't have a bad job. We don't. We have been very blessed, and we've never wanted for anything, but we just got into a little bit of financial difficulty. Living in places that were just a little bit more expensive, taking on too much, accruing debt. And I know we've been there. You might have student loans. You might have credit card loans. You might just have house loan. Maybe you got upside down in a mortgage, whatever it is. But our story was that we just had a lot of debt. And the job I had was just really to check a box. It wasn't really helping our family at all because it took a lot of gas to get there and it wasn't making much. It really wasn't what my heart's desire was either. Don't get me wrong, love teaching music, but it didn't pay well at all. And what this job, it's hard to call it a job because I just love doing it so much. You don't feel like it's a job. What this job has done for us has given me a purpose, because I already had the passion. I just didn't know how deeply it was. But when you're given the opportunity to share that passion, good Lord, you find such purpose in that. You find such joy. And that has not only given me strength, confidence, it's allowed me to affect change in other people that has come back to my family. So my family is debt-free, except for our house, and that's something we're working on. That has taken work, but if not for Beachbody, it wouldn't have been possible at this rate. Absolutely not. We would not have been able to afford this home. We would not have been able to afford our kids going to soccer clubs and traveling. It just would be very, very difficult. It's made life easier. Like I said, we were able to pay down our debt, but more than that is the experiences that we've been able to provide. Trips, like family vacations, even if it's just to the beach. And get a little staycation happening, get away, have some memories that we're making with our family, have a savings for our kids' college, and being able to put away and it be like easy to do that and not have to dip into our scrape by and find the funds. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be like all dramatic and everything. I'm just saying, I'm trying to think what it would have been like if not for Beachbody. And being a coach and being able to do something you truly love and it also impacts your family is just the coolest feeling ever. I want you guys to feel that. I want you guys to understand what you can do as a mom, a dad, a sister, brother, whomever you are. I want you to understand what you can make out of this opportunity. So freedom for family was number 4. And it's also, which is really cool, given my husband options. We do have some more time to serve. But after that, he doesn't have to rush and hurry to get a job really quickly. Perhaps he can take some time off, something he hasn't done, and just enjoy traveling, enjoy investing in our son, who will still be at home, and going to all of his games, and maybe being a coach. I don't know. It's just kind of exciting to even dream about it. or travel to see our daughter wherever she is in college, take trips together. It's opened some doors that we didn't even know existed. Not that they were shut, we just didn't even know where they were there. They were so hidden. So freedom for our family is one of the big things that I'm so thankful for, and I don't take it lightly. When you pass that along to someone and you get to see them experience the same thing, time with their kids, opportunities to travel with them, opportunities to make memories, that is precious. That is something you can't buy. That is something you can't really put a number on. So that's number 4. And number 5, being a coach has allowed me and many others the real ability to affect change in other people, spiritually, financially, physically. I was never one to really share. I was kind of closed off. I didn't understand this whole social media thing at all. I had Facebook because I wanted to keep up with people from my high school. My reunion was coming up. So the thought that I could affect change in people I'd never met is kind of weird, right? So all I did was I started sharing motivation. I started sharing inspiration. And I started sharing my journey and what was possible. I'm doing this program and I'm a faster runner. What? Or I was just injured and I can't run. So I'm focusing on this program, which is weight training. I don't have to jump. I can heal, but I can still have results. So you get to show people through your own personal journey what's possible. And that's been really cool because it's humbling to start from scratch and not be great at it. But it's okay because you get to show the progress and you get to show what's possible when you stick to a program and you focus on your nutrition. Hello, it's not rocket science, but you get to share that with someone and show them and walk with them and stand beside them through this journey. And more than that, I get to share my faith. And this might not resonate with a lot of you, but I get to share what's important to me, and I get to reach out people that it can touch specifically. People who need to hear that message. People who need to hear they are worth something more. Maybe, I said in the beginning, you knew you were made for more. You knew there was something more that you were supposed to do, but you weren't quite sure what it was. And this opportunity has been that exactly for me. So those are my top 5 why I love being a Beachbody coach. But, how would you even get started? How do I even do this thing? This is crazy. I love it. I love what you're saying. It's great for you. But let's talk money, right? Let's just be honest here. I already told you that Beachbody does all the marketing for you. I already told you that everyone knows these names. They're household names. And that there are results everywhere you look. People doing these things. But what about you? How do you want to get started? How did I get started? I knew that I needed to focus on a specific area that I was really struggling with, and that was my hips. Women, we have babies. Hello. So those hips are weak. Those lower abdominal muscles, totally weak. And here I was a runner. I was frustrated. I wasn't having the results I wanted, but you know what? I wasn't feeding my body really well. I probably wasn't eating enough. But hey, let's not talk about that right now. I'm a runner. I could not unleash this caboose that was happening behind me, and I couldn't figure out why. I didn't have power, I didn't have whatever. So I focused on Brazil butt lift. Yeah, funny name, great program. Don't knock it till you try it. And what I found was, just by doing the program, by showing up every day, Monday, this is the video. Tuesday, this is the workout. Wednesday, da-da-da. I was getting stronger. What was happening was my training partners were saying, okay, what are you doing? Because we're doing the same workouts, only you're getting faster. And I don't understand. It was easy for me to be able to share. Now, that's not talking about how I got started. I get a little excited. I go off on a tangent and I tell you more about my story. Getting started is actually pretty simple, and it's minimal startup. Minimal. When you think of starting your own business and an overhead and all the things you have to think about when you're investing in your own business, it can be mind-boggling. But goodness, a challenge pack, which is a fitness program, and 30 days of Shakeology, which is our superfood, 70 fruits and vegetables, probiotics, digestive enzymes, adaptogens, probiotics, prebiotics, got it. All of those things roll into one, healthiest ingredients on the planet in vegan and regular formulas, when you get a challenge pack, again, which is a program and Shakeology, Beachbody says, sweet, I'm going to discount that 25% for you. I'm going to give you discounted shipping, and you can sign up as a coach for free. Now, every challenge pack is different based on your goals. So they range anywhere from $140 all the way up to over $200. But you have to think the equipment involved, the time, everything. So you have to look at everything. There's even something called a showcase pack, which is the top 3 fitness programs with Shakeology, sharing tools, all this stuff. It's like Coach in a box, right? So there are some options out there. You can talk to your coach about which one you want to start with. But I started with Brazil butt lift, and that's how I got going. Now, you go, okay, that's great. That's just the program, and that's just Shakeology, but what else is there? So every month there's a business services fee. It's $15.95. Can you run your business for $15.95 a month? Yes, you can. That's super cheap. You're not having to pay gas to go to an office. You're not having to pay for a parking spot. You're not having to do any of the extra stuff. You're here. You're doing your business from your phone or your computer or your iPad or whatever. You're running your business. That $15.95 is called the business services fee. And guess what? Beachbody gives you your own personalized website. It is yours. People go there and they can look and see, I want to do that program that she was doing, and I can order it, and the commission comes right off the top. 25% commission. Pretty cool. And so that is part of it. Beachbody takes care of that. You don't have to populate it. You don't have to change it. You don't have to update it. There are also sharing tools. There are marketing tools. There are training videos. And what's more than that, our teams are pretty awesome. We have our own training academies, our own training groups to help you with all of the resources, scripts to get you started. How do I even start talking to people? How do I do this? We've taken care of all of that because we're kind of awesome. And we've learned as we've gone, because we don't want to get you started without having the necessary tools. So trust me, you're taken care of. You don't have to worry. What you do have to have is the want to. And that is what is so awesome, is the people who really want to do this and want to share are so fulfilled that you wake up so excited to do this every day. Like, you can't wait to check in with your challenge groups, and you can't wait to hear their excitement, and you can't wait to hear the changes that are happening in their lives. That fuels you. That keeps you going. But your personal journey is also super important. So to be a product of the product, I show up every day. You know what that's done for me? This opportunity as a coach has kept me so accountable to my own goals. I have had such a transformation in the past 3 years. I'm in better shape than I was in high school, in my 20s, in my 30s, my early 30s, because guess what? I'm in my late 30s. And that was my husband dinging in. Excuse me. But I feel I have so much energy. I feel my hair is thicker and healthier. My skin is healthier. My nails, when I don't bite them, grow like weeds. And that is something that I was really lacking. Beachbody hasn't just given me something that's fulfilled me. It's helped me so much from the inside out. It's taught me how to feed my body well, because I wasn't before. So this is like a full lifestyle program here we're talking about, y'all. This is not something that you just check a box and you show up and you work out. It's life-changing. It literally is. And the opportunities that come with being a coach are life-changing. When you set goals and you're surrounded by people who believe in you, and you're surrounded by people who you can follow and look up to, who sharpen you as iron sharpens iron, you want to do more. You want to believe, and you want to have goals and dreams, and you want to achieve them. And that is the coolest thing, because I didn't have goals and dreams before. I didn't allow myself to dream because I didn't want to be disappointed. And what's really cool is that when I started setting dreams and goals and I started working towards them as a coach, they started happening. And it's so fun to be able to check them off. And it's so fun to celebrate with others. So if this is something that you feel called to, if coaching is something that's just kind of been tugging at your heart, and you can say, yes, I would love to be able to be my own boss. Yes, I have some things I need to work on in my life as far as my fitness and my nutrition, but I can already think of people I want to reach out to. I can already think of those people that I want to help. And gosh, I would love to be able to help my family financially, and I would love to be able to provide opportunities for them to travel, to have freedoms, to just experience life and be and look up to mom or dad or whomever and be proud of them for what they're doing for themselves and for our family from the inside out. If you can say yes to these things, then why not you? Why not you? Why aren't more people doing this? When we get to experience these things, why aren't more people doing this? I can honestly say that my life has been forever changed because of this opportunity. This office is here because of this opportunity. It's filled with so many different things, so many memories, and it gets me very emotional to think about the past 3 years. And I can say I'm truly blessed. So being able to share this with you, to give you the same opportunity, is such joy. And I just wanted to thank you for taking the time tonight to listen and put up with my crazy. If you have questions, please ask the coach who invited you. We have one more day of our sneak peek, and it's the best day yet. This day's pretty cool because you got to learn a lot and you got to hear from me and from other coaches. So thank you so much for tuning in, and God bless.